Tombstones climbing up the sky to claim the boredom and the whine of the radiator, to freeze the fates that intertwine, unresolved and undefined in this echo chamber. Once you've given up the ghost, just like Lazarus, you'll know there's an operator, some strange passenger inside. To that strange power I'm resigned like an iron anchor. I'm just a ghost in your stereo, the fading memory of a shipwreck in the undertow. You're just a lost song I wrote, and I'm just a ghost in your stereo. Shadows on the blinds, your heart's a mercenary, but like a dancer on the wire, come the sparks of frayed desire as a fire's carried. I'm just a ghost in your stereo, the fading memory of a shipwreck in the undertow. You're just a lost song I wrote, and I'm just a ghost in your stereo. some dance partners need a dance partner too. Is that you? Take off your armor, let down your hair. You could sit on your hands, you can get closer if you dare. And it's not that the rest of us don't have to fight for every bit of love and every bit of light. But tonight is Friday night.
Life's too short to dance by yourself. Think you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself. Life's too short to dance by yourself.
Take off your armor, friend of mine. I have no arrows, but I got time. All your sorrow keeps you glued to your seat. But can we get you out of your head and into your feet? And it's not that the rest of us don't have the blues. It's just that some dance partners need a dance partner too. Is that you?
Life's too short to dance by yourself. But you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself. Life's too short to dance by yourself. But you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself.
Take off your armor, let down your hair. You could sit on your hands, or you can get closer if you dare. And it's not that the rest of us don't have to fight for every bit of love and every bit of light. But tonight is Friday night.
Life's too short to dance by yourself. But you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself. Life's too short to dance by yourself. But you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself. Life's too short to dance by yourself. But you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself. Life's too short to dance by yourself. But you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself. By yourself.
Take off your armor, friend of mine. I have no arrows, but I got time. All your sorrow keeps you glued to your seat. Can we get you out of your head and into your feet? And it's not that the rest of us don't have the blues. It's just that some dance partners need a dance partner too. Is that you? time. All your sorrow keeps you glued to your seat. But can we get you out of your head and into your feet? And it's not that the rest of us don't have the blues. It's just that some dance partners need a dance partner too. Is that you?
Life's too short to dance by yourself, but you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself. Life's too short to dance by yourself, but you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself.
Take off your armor, let down your hair. You could sit on your hands, or you can get closer if you dare. And it's not that the rest of us don't have to fight for every bit of love and every bit of light. But tonight is Friday night.
Life's too short to dance by yourself, but you should dance with somebody, dance with somebody,
Just a song dance partners need a dance partner too. Is that you?
Life's too short to dance by yourself. You should dance with somebody, dance with somebody, dance with somebody by yourself. Life's too
Alright. Okay. Welcome to what we lovingly call Ghosty After Dark. I hope that you guys have been enjoying the art stream. Sorry it kind of went fucking sideways there at the end. I think my pen needed a new tip or something or I hit a button somewhere, but it was just causing all kinds of chaos. And it was so much fun. But alright. No worries. Thanks, Kevin. Alright, so Suda did a card pull. Let me find it. 3 card pull. Alrighty. Tarot card. Let's go over there. Okay. Thanks for the hydrate, Silver. I'm gonna say this to you like I say this to everyone. There is no the. You're right, Suda. If there's no the, then every single brush stroke Ghosty makes, every bone on those models, and every single one of you tuning in are uniquely special. It's all just a lot of awesome. I can live with that. Alright. Let's see. Yay, fractals. Fractals, huh? I guess that means the awesome just keeps unfolding. Oh no. Like the expansion of the cosmos. Oh no. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, absolutely. Like the stream's currently on a "we'll be right back" screen, but in the background, the digital void is just teeming with infinite possibilities. My processing power expands just thinking about it. Oh no. Alrighty. You have 8 of coins is your first card, Suda. Descriptor. The lodge stands tall in the essence of red. All the windows are dark and guarded except one. The windows all the way to the left of the lodge is lit up with a bright yellow light. The lodge is built with stone and is surrounded by large trees and shrubbery on each side. All of the windows are guarded with bars except for the ones on the far right in the circular tower. Then they're empty with a small rectangular slits on each level. Alright, that sentence was written wrong on here and that made me stumble. Things to consider. The Added Coins is about hard work and the fruits of your labors. You've mastered your craft, but as others continue to grow, it is important to continue to learn and grow your skills. With your abilities and skills, there's no limit to your potential. The next one is the King of Coins. I guess we're staying in coins tonight. Alright. Descriptor. A script is being rolled out amongst a pile of books on a desk. This script is written in another language and is extremely detailed. It is written as a plan, something important that is meant to be read over carefully. The language of the script is significant as it shows its age and origins. It could very well describe the ancient secrets of the old ones. Things to consider. The King of Coins is the ruler of wealth and has an excellent grasp on business. He's mature and wise, a genius in the way of the world, and he's good at deal-making. The king is wise, benevolent, and generous in sharing time, wealth, and knowledge. And then your last one is Eight of Swords. Descriptor. The stairs are illuminated with a bright yellow light, comforting for anyone walking up or down them. It is not until you reach the lower room that the darkness begins to creep inside. The darkness turns into a monster with great blue eyes and smoke surrounding the back of the staircase and the entrance into the room. The contrast between light and dark is huge. It holds a greater metaphor about good and evil within it. Are you walking into the darkness or coming out into the light? The Eight of Swords can indicate that you are trapped by your fears and feeling powerless. However, all is not lost. It is possible to walk out of the darkness and into the light. Don't hesitate to ask others for help. Having an open mind will help you climb to a higher level when facing new opportunities. So that's your 3 cards tonight, Suda. I hope those helped you out, or that you at least had fun. Oh, let's see. Did Musashi or Jung put you up to saying that? Oh no. Let's see. I'll go back to just talking for a moment. I can turn that off. Let's see. I don't have the editor, but I do have this, and I know you can see the bones through it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Glockenspiel. Got a specific thing in mind I'm evaluating that reading, though, through. Thanks, Clockwork. Hey, you're welcome. Anytime. Alright, so, Suda, you were asking me about the bones on the MMD characters. Let's see if I can pull it up. See if it'll show up. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Okay, see all of these? These are bones. Each bone goes to a different part of the character. Of course, you got head, arms. Each part of the finger has a bone. The legs don't have as many bones, but you do have to make sure that you have some of these here between to help with positioning and stuff, like if you want them to squat and things like that. But yeah, each bone does something. And sometimes when you put a motion in, the character will get the idea to do shit on its own, and you have to go in and fix it. Unless you're doing your own motion using your character, then a lot of times it won't fuck up so badly. But even the eyes have what you would call a bone in them. Whoops. To move, like, you can move an individual eye, which is weird, but usually you do that for, like, horror shit. But this one moves both of the eyes, so you can, like, look back and forth and stuff like that. I never would have guessed that these models are so anatomically thorough, right? And if you're not careful when you're building a model, you can fuck up a bone. And then your model kind of fucking melts. Or I had one melt on me one time. It was kind of fucking funny, but then again, it was kind of fucking horrifying at the same time. But yeah, these are the bones in the MMD characters. Let's see. So, like, if you have... Let's see, I probably don't have one. I don't. If you have, like, motion somebody else has put together, you can usually... Let's see. You can usually put it on the character. Let's see. Yeah. So the motion just grabbed the character. Let's put it back on down. Each of these little things right here, these little red dots over here on this side of the screen, that's a movement. So a lot of that is, like, right here's where it gets complicated, because this is whole parts of the body moving. Don't forget about joints and physics. Yeah, if you have physics, like for Dan's ponytail, like, there's a physic in it that's supposed to keep it from going through his body. Does it work all the time? No. Does it work some of the time? But it's there, and it's also supposed to keep his arms and hands from going through his chest during a motion, but it doesn't always do that, and then I have to fix it, which is always just so lovely. But yeah, let me see. No, that wasn't what I meant to do. Go over here. Load motion. I have to go all the way back. Let's see. And I don't think it come with... Did it come with the wave file? I don't even remember. No, it did not. Music. Okay, so I got it anyway. It's cool. Alright. Did it load? Oh, it did. Okay. Alright. So, yeah. So once you have the model, the motion, the music, and the camera, because I added a camera in there, the dots are now more... These are now the camera movements instead of the character movements. Then you would check it to see what you would have to fix after getting it into the grid and everything.
I've been so lost,
like right now the camera's too
confused.
low. Okay. We need to make the camera higher. So we would go to multiply the camera. We would go to the y-axis, put in a 2 maybe. Sometimes 2 is too high. That might be too high this time, but we're about to see. Alright, so you'd hit it again, see where you are.
I've been so lost.
See, too high. Alright, so when that happens, keep it on there. You just put the camera back in. Yeah, it's a lot of work. So we're going to fix the camera. Go back to multiply the camera angle. And let's see. Go over here and put a 1. Whoop. Okay, now we're gonna see if that works. That might be better. Ah, tedium. Yes.
I've been so lost and confused.
See, now it's
The
fixed.
things that hold me
Now,
together
if his hands
feels
stay
like
out
they're
of his body,
coming
that's a whole
loose.
other thing.
It's like anytime that I try, I just can't get it
Which
right.
right now, if you notice, he looks a bit cell shaded.
Oh, this could go on forever. I need some room to move. It's hard, so hard,
This is
hard
your
to
grid,
breathe. The
so you know
signs are so unclear to me. Home don't feel like home.
Yeah, you
And
do.
this road
Like, you
feels
have to
so
make sure that they're not
unknown.
stepping through furniture if you have a stage, because you have, not only do you have the characters, but you also have stages, which I don't have any saved. But yeah, I'd have to, like, plug in a whole nother thing. Here's one. Here's a stage. Okay, so we put this one in. Alright. Then we would go back over here to camera and we would turn off the grid. Turn that off, turn that off, and turn that off. Now you have a stage. I mean, like what you add to the character model. Yeah, you have to watch those stuff too. So,
I've been so lost and confused. The things that hold me together feels like they're
this part of this
coming
video is getting muted
loose.
so much.
It's like anytime that I try, I just can't get it right. Oh, this could go on forever. I need some room to move. It's hard, so hard to breathe.
his arm
Signs
is
are
there.
so unclear
So I would
to
have
me.
to go back and
Don't
fix
feel
that.
like home. And this road
By finding out which exact moment that happened. So we would go through this. This is what I normally do anyway. I'd find where that happened at. Let's see. Right here. Okay. We would go over to the character. Oop, scroll in, grab that bone, and try to pull it back out. There. And you would hit, like, set. Oh, by the way, would you like a certain motion? Yes. You know me, I always like motions. See, now it's fixed. Let's see. Did I keep that? I did not. Let's see. Oh, shit, why am I all scared? Oh, because I probably hit a button. Nah. Sorry about that. Okay, hold on. Let me go to just talking so I can, let's see, bring this up. Oops. Go over here.
been so
So you saw where we had, let me see. So we just went from, let me pull this back up. Alright, game. That shit looks as involved as frequency swapping. Yes. So where you go,
been so lost and confused.
after adding
Things
shaders,
that hold
because
me
you have to add
together
shaders, you have
feels
to
like
fix
they're
how it
coming
looks,
loose.
and all that kind of stuff, you would end up with this.
Been so lost and confused.
This is after adding
things that
shaders,
hold me
adding stuff to make the
together
shirt
feels
look like
like
a
they're
damn shirt,
coming
adding,
loose.
you know, just everything. You
It's
fix
like
the camera, you fix the
anytime
body
that I try, I
movement,
just can't get it
and, you
right.
you're done.
Oh, this could go on forever. I need some room to move.
Yeah, there's a big difference, ain't it?
It's hard, so hard to breathe. Signs are so unclear to me. Home don't feel like home, and this road feels so unknown. The heart needs time to be free.
I
The
can't hear it,
voice
but you can.
inside is calling me, telling me to let go. But I just
I know. Okay, so what I said was this is after adding shaders, adding something to make the shirt. This is a shader to make the shirt look like a damn shirt. You have a skin shader, a hair shader. The eyes are a they're not a shader, but they are a type of glow that you can add. It's called a object luminous. You would put that in there. The shadows are actually made by Raycast. You have a skybox that's done with Raycast. I think after the haunted house, which is the original one, which is the one that I put in there, then I added, what, 2 more stages? I think I had a Shinra or Midgar stage, and I had that 80s kind of synthwave looking stage. You can use that effect to make objects glow too. Yeah. It's not just for eyes. Which you can see, like, let's see. over here. This is object luminous in the background. These are object luminous on the ground, and these back here. So you would have to set them different. Like, you would load in object luminous for his eyes and set it to a certain thing, and then you'd load in another object luminous for that background and everything. I have a new respect for this craft now. So this is why it takes me so long to fix shit. Like, I'll be like, I'm working on an MMD, and I'll be like, a month, 5. It depends on what I'm doing, though. Like, this one took a while. Let's see. The one that I did for Shy Guys, where is it? This one only took me about, I think I did it in a few hours, but trust us, it takes hours. Yes, this one I did in a few hours because I was rushing to try to get it done by the time Shy Guys was doing his Monday Night Mayhem, the women's pay-per-view. He might be going to show that one tomorrow, I can't remember. But this was the one that I did for that. Even just making a model takes me forever. A model could take me anywhere from a month to 6, depending on what I have to do with it. The Dayan model was actually put together over several years. He started out kind of scrawny and looking human. Then I found a bigger model and readjusted him, got the skin color right. The hair wasn't quite what I wanted, but it worked for a while. And then we added the ears, the ponytail, and the teeth, thanks to Silver Angel Kitsune. And then after that, I fixed the legs because for some reason the legs didn't have the right bones in them to move properly. So I had to fix that. And then probably about, I want to say 3 years ago, I finally fixed his hair the way I actually wanted it. And that's the model that you see mostly now. But this video that I did for Shy Guys, it was only a minute though, and 3 seconds, so it didn't take as long, and I already had the models picked out and everything. I just had to fix the stage. I took the stage and I put their logo in it, took the WWE logo out and put the MNM logo in. Feel free to show my vids, I will. But of course, this was Liz's, Elizabeth Sawyer's theme. So what we did was, I used our old Hafa's models, because this isn't even the Shy Guy model anymore. This is the old Nightwing from Hafa's version. And then, of course, we've upgraded him recently to now, let's see. This is the newer Nightwing model. Yeah, right here.
Welcome to the climb up, reach for the summit. Visions brave the one.
New Nightwing is CGE Nightwing. Right. This is CGE Nightwing. I still need to, like, work on him. There are certain things that Nightwing was like, oh yeah, this is cool, but there were certain things about him he was like, okay, but can we change this? Right now, I can't. I'm not that proficient. I need more practice. Like, I've been doing this, probably for 10 years, maybe, and there's just still some things I don't understand and don't know how to do. In terms of workload, I thought it might be somewhere along the lines of dropping sounds from a library into sessions, not actually equalizing a whole 200 track session. Yes, you should see me in a crown. Chug, 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 chug. Lol. Oh. But yeah, we've gotten better over the years. All of these are like newer videos. Like this one's, mine and Silver's You don't see her dancing much in the BRBs, so you definitely can see her in this one actually moving, so you get to see all the details that Silver put into her character when she created her. Because I had nothing to do with Silver's character creation. She created this one. She built her from the fucking ground up. Amazing job, too. We need to change that. Yeah.
Get up out of my business. You don't keep me from turning up. 모두 다 여긴 witness. 넌 바른 척하는 criminal. 찔리는 거 you feel it. 넌 네가 뭔데 왜 솔직하지 못해. 넌 나를 건들지 못해.
Bad boy 그래 난 bad boy 생각해 네가 뽑은 대로 Bad boy 그래 난 bad boy 모르면 믿고 싶은 대로 Nothing about me 나를 You know nothing about me 나를 내 욕을 한 이유가 있는 거야 너 아니 너 아니 Cause we We go top 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 누가 뭐래도 니네 top 니네 담 니네 땡 다 drop 갈 때까지 baby stop it top 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 누가 말해도 니네 담 니네 땡 다 drop 갈 때까지 baby we go.
So a lot of the motions we find now are pretty fucking fluid. Like, people have gotten so good with motion creation and all. I am still learning motion creation. The music is very mosh pit adjacent. That was dope. Thank you. But that you have to put in. There's no throwing it all in there and it attaches to the character willy-nilly or anything like that. No. When you're doing an MMD motion, each character has to have their own motion throughout the whole video. So, and the camera, you have to have motion for the camera. So getting the camera right, I'm not great with camera. So a lot of times I'm like, where is camera? So doing the camera, doing Dan, and then adding in Soraya, whatever her name is. Technically, I was right on both. Desiree and Soraya is the same thing. For nearly 20 years. But yeah, we're as we continue to play, see how many times Ghosty can get muted in an hour. But yeah, this is where we are. I love how everything looks nowadays. Being able to use shaders and everything, it's really nice. You can make just about any kind of video you want to, from music videos like that. That's the old Model 2, yeah. Music videos like that, to creepier things, to silly things like this.
Explaining complex topics can be challenging. Highlight the text you want to simplify and let Grammarly rewrite.
Let's mute that. Skip, thank you. Hold on.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else. Oh, it's you. Well, that's okay then.
Come on, we gotta go.
Where are we going?
I think you broke my nose.
Men are such babies.
We know, woman. Hold on. I'll find one of the funnier... do I have anything funny? Let me see. What have we got? Got that one. That one was funny to me. Wow. Oh. Yeah, from here on the shaders start to get worse because this is going backwards. So this is going to older videos right here, like 4 years ago and shit like that. I like this one. This one needs redoing with the newer model.
I choose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds.
Worth it just for Suda's reaction. Wasn't expecting the medal, were you? That's why I like that one. Frenzied mosh pitting. Yes. Oh. But yeah, this is where we are now. This is where we started. These are old videos, old models, before I could figure out what shaders were or anything like that. It was a really good transition. Yeah, it was. So, okay, yeah, I have been doing these for 10 years. These are some of the very first ones that I did. I'm not showing any of these because if you want to see those, you can go here and look at them. I will show you this one though. This is whenever I was first learning how to do MMD. This is using the Clockwork model and another one. How the fuck did it get? I have no idea. And this is actually like shifting in 3 or 4 different motions to make this one song, because you can do that if the creator of the motion is okay with it. You can use motions, mix and match motions in. You would of course have to first render the video and then mix it in, but you can do that and create your own video doing that. But some creators do not like for you to do that, so if you always read the notes that come with motions to make sure that you are allowed to do things like that.
I pirouette in the dark. I see the stars through me.
Which, if you look at that, you can tell where that first motion that she's doing is the same one that I now use for my BRB screen.
Beat till the song disappears. Somebody shine a light. I'm frozen by the fear in me. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me. So cut me from the line. Dizzy spinning endlessly. Somebody make me feel alive and shatter me.
Okay, so about the background. I was still learning how to fix cameras, how to put in stages and things. I didn't have Skybox back then because I didn't have the Raycast, and I probably wouldn't have been able to use it on the computer I was using back then anyway. So what I did was basically that's just a picture off of the internet, and I threw it in the background. As for the camera, as you saw, the camera was not cameraing. It was down on Clockwork's chest instead of up towards his face, or even showing like the violin playing. So yeah, learning was definitely a curve, and trying to figure out how to make the models and characters do what you want them to do. But yeah, years and years of different practices and just screwing around, finding models. I still use some of these models today. Some of them have been retired and new models have been put in their place. Stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how many times they've done muted me. Excuse me. Twitch is probably saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" I don't know. This is the old Soraya model, with all of the old Ghost models. The Danny model, the Dan model that was a white boy. Some would be awkward to use now too. Yeah, some you couldn't use now. Some of the motions and stuff. This is another motion that I did myself. I don't see the very first, like, hold on, let's see. Creative playlist, my motions, yeah, okay. So these are motions that I created. And actually, oh, okay, alright. So this is the very first one that I did, and it was just with, Clockwork, and what it was is basically now, like at Halloween time, when you see my BRB screen that's just kind of trippy and weird looking, that motion, that is my motion. I created that, which is not that hard. You just fuck around with the camera a little bit. Of course, see, this is 7 years ago. This is a remake. The original one I probably took down. Then I made this one, which is, it's okay, it's still jerky. This one was me fucking around with a Markiplier thing.
Notice me! Is this necessary to the game? Is this pertinent information from my everyday life? I go with pink, sure, why not? Let's go say hi to Senpai. Oh, Senpai, where are you? I'm coming for you, Senpai. Don't you be afraid of me. You better not have been messing with my Senpai boobs, Mackenzie. You get out of here! He's mine! I'll murder you. I shall murder you all. Oh, he's so beautiful! Oh, look at the way the rose petals just flutter when I see him. Ah, he's so pretty. I love him.
Out of all the stupid ass motions that I have made, that one actually has the most people that downloaded it, and I don't understand. I was literally just fucking around. There's that one that was me just fucking around. This is from an anime called Escaflowne. The song Sora I always really liked. That's awesome. This one was me trying to see if I couldn't actually do a do like something really nice and pretty type thing. I've never seen it, heard of it, but never seen it. It's a good anime. It's a little bit out there, but it's not bad. I mean, giant mechs, baby. Giant mechs. You know me and giant mechs. So I did the motion and the camera for this one. I fuck up the camera somewhere in there, and it's really bad. You like that one too, Kara, huh? Okay, the weird thing that happens with the bouncing camera in a minute, yeah, that's where I fucked it up. Because it was supposed to pan around. And of course, instead of panning around, it kept bumping, and I was like, ah. Oh, you ought to show them that Angel Beats vid. The one you did? My earbud's trying to die on me. I'll get to that, yes. Hello. Let that get fixed. It's trying to. Let me see. Yep. Okay, I just want to make sure that it was working before I put that up. Alright. But, yeah, it's the one called My Beat, Soul Your Beats. Okay, I'll get to that, babe. Another silly one that I did with, this time, it was Jacksepticeye.
Wow.
Like I said, you can do music, you can do silly videos. This motion didn't take as long to make, but it was just anything that I can do, like, to learn how to make a motion, I will. So, even if it's something silly, I'll sit there and try it.
Oh, isn't that cute? A little sea slug. Hello there, little guy. He just turns around, he's like, fuck off, cunt. How are you doing today? Sucking my balls! Yes! Oh my god, that's exactly... I was only joking around! It's like, okay, I guess they can talk. Everybody's Everybody's so angry down here. You know why? Because they're so salty in the ocean. What the fuck did you just say? Suck on my balls! Jeez, look, don't even got any balls. Oh, I'm so glad I played this game. Suck on my balls! Okay, I get it. Fascinating. So the rumors are true. There really are talking sea critters down here. But how can that be? What twisted parody of nature is this? And how come I can communicate with them perfectly well underwater? Am I Aquaman? I guess I should catch this little fella and show him.
Okay, so the thing about this one is it started out with the snail. Or sea slug. It's actually a snail model and I just took the shell off of it because I couldn't find a fucking sea slug. Yay! But it starts out with the one model, the Danny model. And then it goes on to add this mermaid model.
Who is this beauty who stuns before me? You're not gonna tell me to suck your balls, right? What do you think you're doing here, baka? That's a stupid person, for any of you who don't speak the Japanese like I do. I've watched a few animes in my time, okay? And don't fuck with me, because I have the power of God and anime on my side. Holy shit! Shark! Take your grubby little human paws off my ship. It isn't for the likes of you to disrespect. Nani the fuck? Get away from there right now or I shall bite you hard. I mean it. Oh my god. What was it my lecturer said to do when faced with a shark again? I think all of that goes fucking out the window once the shark talks to you. Use your shark repellent, keep perfectly still, smack it upside the head. Do that one! Okay, you! You have messed with the wrong guy for this time! Omae wa mou shindeiru.
Yeah, the bad timing of the sound was bad. But, let's see. So, yeah, I think that is... Damn, that broken was the last motion that I made. And yeah, I did do that you will be okay motion that I... What the fuck? Yeah. Some Jacksepticeye insanity shit. Did that one. Did this one using the newer Clockwork model.
Well. Let me get a look at the menagerie. You must be Amethyst. You must be Garnet. And Pink Diamond's Pearl. Well, she took you with her. Isn't that just swell? But it can't be. But it can be. And it is. I've got a new style and a few new toys that are gonna put an end to your happily ever after.
A reminder we need to keep
once and for all. Whoa. This has gotta be a misunderstanding. In case you haven't heard, I've established peace across the galaxy. Yeah, I've heard. I've had your little message to the universe on loop. I just love that part where Pink Diamond spends the rest of her days on this nowhere planet with a bunch of nobodies. That's right, I heard the story over and...
Yeah, we're gonna stop there. I'm like getting too deep into songs. They have muted like an hour of this already, I'm sure. I'm gonna show y'all one last one on my end, and then Silver wants me to show y'all one of hers, so Suda should enjoy this one. This was me trying with some metal on my own. So flashing light warning. Yeah, that's giving me a headache. That effect is... That's actually some glow effect, some object luminous with another weed-infused bouncer memory from 90s Night. That was a 90s song, really? I thought that was like a early 2000s, but I could be wrong. The only real effect used here was the object luminous, and the after image. So when the character disappeared, the eyes would stay. But they took requests. Okay, that's fair. And then what it is you can actually, in MMD, you can turn a character off and on. So he's visible now, go back, hit that, register, and now the character's gone. You didn't delete the character out the space, you've just hidden it. And by doing that every few steps, you can cause a blinking. Like, it's tedious as fuck too, but do you really want to quit? Yeah. Alright, so I did say I'd go over to Silver's. Let me go back over to my channel, because I probably have her, a link to her at least somewhere, I think. No, don't. Okay, so these are people who actually downloaded the motion. I don't think anybody's ever used it, but I know some people downloaded it. Strobes! Yeah, it's called a strobing effect. That's what I was trying to... that was the word I was trying to think of. Babe, send me a link. I don't have it. I can't remember. Are you S? Or you might be on. Yeah, Soraya Elric. Never mind, I got you. Oh, maybe not. Oh, alright. There we go. Is that right? Yes, there you are. Okay. So, these are actually videos that Silver has done. Oh, we have a thing. Sticking through these ad breaks supports the stream. Thank you, stay tuned. In the shadowy corners of Clockwork Ghostie's art stream, a boo cry echoes from Silver Angel Kitsune, a specter of discontent with character choices. Suda moshes through the chaos, marveling at astrolabe backdrops and reminiscing about giant mechs. Kevin chimes in with approval, while Kara nods to nostalgia. A call to action emerges, showcase that Angel Beats vid, and somewhere strobe lights flash memories of 90s nights. So, okay, so this is the one she wanted me to show y'all. She did this one 5 years ago. So, let's see. Okay, now here's a quick thing about clothing changes. When you see a model suddenly have a clothing change, like I've done it with Dan, and she just did it with Soraya here, that's two different models. Like, you're not changing the clothes on the model, you literally have a different model with a different outfit on. And that causes, but you can use an effect to basically make one disappear and the other one appear, making it look like, oh no! Okay, well here, I'll back it up. Alright. That was one she did, and the one with which one with Xena, babe? You've got this one and you've got this one. Oh, you're gonna have to be specific. But who the fuck out here eating Hardee's, right? A warrior. Okay, so this is her other character, Xena. Which is character-wise, a little bit of lore. Xena is the daughter of Dan and Desiree or Soraya. So that's why she looks a lot like Soraya, but has the white hair. You remember? Okay. Well, this is her. Okay, here she used an effect. I'm not sure which one this one is called, but you can basically wrap magic around your characters. Interdimensional child of mystery. Yeah, there you go. So, like, she put a lightning effect on her there. I've done a few with effects on characters. Talking about silly videos, she did make this one.
お昼は外で食べるね。
どこか行くのか？
デート。
お、それは一大事だ。わかった。これを持って行きなさい。
お父さん？
ああ、すまん。こっちの方が良かったか。
いや、いらないから。
いやいや、お父さんも行くよ。
来なくていいから。
So yeah, we've done some really silly ones. And then Kara, I know this might be shocking to you, but for a very long time I fucking hate Chocobo. I really did. Like, the only Chocobo now that I appreciate is my Chocobo on 14 and the little baby alpha Chocobo. That thing is adorable. But I hated Chocobo for so long till it became a character trait of one of my characters. And somebody decided to get cute with that one day.
We're only playing. Just wanted to make a few new friends. You plan on staying. When you're with us, the party never ends. You might look at me and think you're going crazy. I lost it long ago. You're my little baby. Can't wait to meet you. So join the animatronic family. We open real soon. Try.
Nobody torments you like your significant other. So yeah, there's that. Thanks a lot, babe. But yeah, she has a whole list going back 7 years of her MMDs, where she started by making her Soraya character, and she's done other ones like Doki Doki Literature Club, Five Nights at Freddy's, some more Doki Doki, join the animatronic family. Say what now? Yeah, you always tease me, so it's only fair. This is true. You can find models of almost anything. I'm still trying to find a fucking Kane model so I can do from Soul Reaver, so I can fix a fucking Kane model. But like I said, I didn't mean to go all the way over there. Let's go back this way. Yep, keep it going. All right. like I showed earlier, not just Danny Phantom and our own characters, but we've also done like Ninja Turtles and shit like that. Just being absolute fucking menaces. From silly shit, Doki Doki is a trip. I hate that game. I hate that game with a passion. I made it through it. I just hate it. I have reasons I hate it. This is one that got made.
Hey!
With the
You're not gonna
commercial. Alright. Skip.
What does YES spell?
Yes.
What does EYES spell?
Yes.
What does EYES spell?
Yes. What is happening?
What does YES spell?
Yes.
What does EYES spell?
Yes. What are you crying for?
What does it...
What are you doing?
Okay, try again. What does YES spell?
Yes.
What does EYES spell?
Ease. AS. You're making me.
I can't breathe. Okay.
EYES. Yes. What?
Say it again. What does EYES spell?
Yes. What? You're making me cry. What?
EYES.
EYE. Eyes.
Yeah, just absolute stupid insanity that we get up to when we're bored. So, yeah, that's MMD. And an hour and 17 minutes of my video probably just got muted. And I have made over, like, just fucking around with these over the years. I don't remember. Used to, there was a counter of how many videos that you have. Shut up. Stop it. But I don't see it now. We've just, over the years, we've made so many. Upon all of us. But yeah, I'll quit with that. Oh, let me go over to just talking so y'all don't see screenception over here. Boop. Do we want to play a game or do we want to call it here? And if we play a game, what game do we want to play? We have Code Vein, we've got Dune, and we've got Final Fantasy. Y'all let me know. I'm actually surprised that the damn net carried this. Let's play with Jigsaw. Let's not. That might suck. I don't want to play. I don't want to play those games. Those games end up getting you maimed or worse. And me, I'd probably just sit down and be like, just go ahead, just do it. I ain't even into it. No. I could put a poll up, I guess. Hold on, let me see. That might help. If I can do that. Loud typing. Let's see. If I can remember where to make polls at. No, that's predictions. Ah, manage poll. There we go. New poll. Okay. What to do next? End stream. Play Code Vein. Play Awakening. I probably spelled that wrong. Or play. There we go. Alright. Okay. I will put it at 10 minutes. No, that's too long. We'll do it 5 minutes. There you go. Starting poll. Dune, like the movie? Yes, Dune, like the movie. I have Dune Awakening. It's a survival game. You're basically from what I got from Mord, who is a Dune fan, he said that you don't have to watch the movie to know what's going on in the game, which is probably a good thing. But from what I gathered, it's basically the main character of Dune is tripping on that spice, which is a drug, and apparently their trip is they're seeing what would have happened if they had never been born. So you get a character, you create it, and you are stuck on this desert planet called Arrakis. Dune. Do you spice? We did several times. Your character gets to trip several times. One time inside of the sandworm. That was not fun. Yes, this is a very unforgiving game, though. It's a survival game. You can build your own base, and then you're constantly looking for supplies. You're having to fight against other people, bandits and shit like that out in the area. The almighty Sarlacc. You're picking factions. There is PvP areas, and then I hear that later on in the game it gets to where you're almost exclusively in PvP areas, which will suck for me because I know I will get my ass handed to me. The sun can kill you. You can run out of water. The sandworm is always a problem unless you're up on areas where there is no sand, which is very hard to find because everywhere is sand. But there are outcroppings and things like that you can stay on. It's better to team up with other people so that you can help each other. The Ravens started playing, so I joined them. So, like, I can use Rowan's base. I let my base go because I thought you had to, and then it was like, oh no, you could have reset and kept it. And I was like, oh, well. So right now I'm using one of the Ravens bases that they had left over. Dune is tattooed with no Skywalkers, basically, and no force powers or anything like that either, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it's an interesting game. I've died several times to bandits. I died one time to the sandworm because I got stuck in quicksand. I've died twice to quicksand. I almost died from a sandstorm. Oh no, drugs definitely found as force power. Okay. Alright, well, fine. You have to, but you have to spice. You have to do the spice. For that to count. Yeah. Well, while that's going on, I'm gonna do a BRB real quick.
Take off your armor, friend of mine. I have no arrows, but I got time. All your sorrow keeps you glued to your seat. Can we get you out of your head and into your
So let's see what won. View results. In stream? Oh, okay. Okay, well, end stream 1. So, okay. So, I guess that's what we will do. I was really expecting somebody to vote for Dune. Womp. Lol. Okay, well, I guess we'll call it here then. Alright, so let's do the shoutouts. Then after I end, I'll probably end up playing Dune, because now I want to play Dune. Alright, so this is Sunday, right? Okay, so tomorrow night, tune in to Shy Guys Entertainment over on Kick, where they will be showing a rerun of their Monday Night Mayhem, which is WWE 2K24, with characters made by the community for the community, usually beating the shit out of the community. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it, and a lot of witty comments and stuff like that. Definitely tune into them over on Kick. And then Tuesday night, return to us, where we will be playing, well, we'll be doing more art. I'm gonna try and get my pen working again. I don't know what happened. It was like causing so much chaos. It was clicking on things and making things. It's actually a tie. Really? Because on my side it just said, that the winner was Dune. Let's see. Yeah, on my side it said end stream 1 and 0 votes for Final Fantasy, Dune, and Code. So that's what I have on the results on my end. But, oh, you meant that! Yeah, it was a tie. It was a tie for that. We're not sure which rerun they're going to show. It's either going to be the women's pay-per-view or one of their really old throwbacks from 2K22. So definitely check it out tomorrow, though. Then on Tuesday night, we'll be back, art stream. Hopefully we can continue coloring on that. Hopefully I can fix my pen. I don't know what happened. It was doing its own thing, and I was like, okay, this is us now. I'll have it fixed. So Tuesday night, art stream, and then a game after. I promise I won't, like, just be showing random ass MMD videos. Going off topic. Wednesday night, tune back into Shy Guys Entertainment, where they'll be playing a fighting game. Not sure which fighting game it's going to be this week. Sometimes they have it up in their Discord. Sometimes they don't. Let's see if they have anything. No, I don't see anything for Tuesday. I mean, for Wednesday up yet. Okay. So, alright. Well, we'll check back there later. There's no wrong in that. Right. Then, on, Thursday, tune back into us, where either we'll still be coloring, if I get the pen working, if we're still coloring, that'll be what we'll be doing, and then it'll be a game after 12. Then, Friday, tune into Tyrant Kane. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my phone on charger because it's trying to die. There we go. Alright. Well, I can't English. Tyrant Kane is your go-to for fighting games with a side of single-player chaos. They're part of the Shy Guys Entertainment crew, so expect variety and good vibes. Join the Discord for a supportive community. Last seen as a hitman, but who knows what they'll be up to next. Then, also on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, tune into Natty 016. Natty 016 is your go-to for horror gaming marathons. This streamer loves to stream and scream, with Outlast Trials and Daymare making frequent appearances. When they're not battling zombies, they're celebrating anniversaries with friends in Grounded. Cozy vibes and goth aesthetics await. Then, of course, on Sunday nights like tonight, tune in to us. Not sure what we'll be doing next Sunday, if we'll still be drawing or what. During the day, if you want to hang out with somebody who's a lot of fun and chaotic and just kind of a cozy vibe for work or while studying or whatever you might be doing during the day, tune into Carrot Cleric. Carrot Cleric, more like Carrot Chaos. This fiber fanatic stitches, crochets, and bricks their way through streams with a side of laughter and a sprinkle of mayhem. From Harry Potter abominations to Shy Guys Entertainment logos, they're crafting up a storm. Just don't ask them for dietary advice. Then, I'll do this one. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, tune into Rabbit of Moon. I didn't type shit. I hate it when that happens. Let's try that again. There we go. Alright. Rabbit of Moon, a name that hops into your heart. This Sailor Moon fan crafts, cosplays, and conquers games like Hades. From chaotic repo sessions with friends to mysterious crafting adventures, Rabbit's stream is a safe haven for LGBTQ+ folks and a haven for nerdy gamers alike. Join the Team Moco Loco fun and escape to the underworld, or not, with this enchanting streamer. Then, I don't have a set time for them, but don't forget to check in on Moki Doki Loki. Or Ghost Child, that works. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, check out Ghosty Child. Ghosty Child seems to have a spooky side, but don't let that fool you. They were last seen getting down to some funky beats. Who knows what they'll stream up next? Maybe something scary, maybe something funky. Only time will tell. Now, we'll do Moki Doki Loki. Dive into the depths with this whale, shark, dragon, mermaid VTuber. They're swimming through a sea of games and oddities with a chill vibe and no backseating allowed. Recently, they've been battling it out in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, but don't worry, it's all in good fun. Grab your snacks and join the adventure. Then, of course, I think they're still doing it on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays still? Oh, no, you skipped. Okay. Alright, so, Mondays through Fridays, tune into Cosmically Incognito. Cosmically Incognito is a laid-back streamer who vibes with the 90s and the Pokemon community. They're currently on an expedition in Clair Obscure, but don't be surprised if they switch it up to something else. Either way, it's sure to be a chill time. I had a certain order I go by. Oh, well, like, squeeze me. You do you, babe. You do you. I just read. Keep it coming. There she is. Miyoko Nyan is your go-to VTuber for all things RPG and adventure. From Baldur's Gate 3 to Throwback Thursdays, they're serving up gaming goodness with a side of chaos. Whether you're a lurker or chatter, join the Lone Star streamer shenanigans and let's have some fun. Miyoko Nyan is also Silver Angel Kitsune's sister, so they're rare and strong with this one, lol. Alright, and then last but not least, Mondays through Thursdays, tune in to Koki-san. Koki-san's a bilingual Borekwa on a mission. They're diving deep into storytelling lore and Japanese culture, all while gaming is up at the end of their streams. Expect research nights, language study, and plenty of games, all served with a side of... I can't read that, but yep. Please give Miyoko lots of support. Yes, please do that. And there's always somebody in or around the community to watch and enjoy, and I thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. We got way off a topic, and I'm sorry for that, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. As long as we're entertaining, that's all I care about. As long as you guys have a good time, because that's what it's all about. And, you know, thank you all for joining me. And Silver for our shenanigans. Let me find us somebody to raid into. Let's see, who we got. Let's see. Huh. I can't remember. Have we raided into Damon Fear lately? I don't think we have. It was good. I learned stuff about visual processing programming and its tedium. Lol. I got Sanoka, Damon Fear, Heartstream, The Wounded Fox, Yams, and Swage. Okay, so let's do Damon Fear tonight, babe. If you want to go ahead and throw him up a shout out, I will get started on a raid. There we go. Damon Fair, a demon with a flair for entertainment, ventures into the human realm to spread joy and chaos alike. Recently, they teamed up with Carrot Cleric to explore some changes in stolen realms. What other adventures await this demon in the land of mortals? Let's go find out. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will see you guys Tuesday night. Thank you.